Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
Yes.
Yeah, hello.
Yes. We are very present. We are very here.
We're here.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, it's Joanna Angel and
me.
and this guy over here. You haven't been here for 2 weeks.
I've been away.
I forgot that you worked here.
Some of you know me as Small Hands. Some of you know me as my born name, Aaron.
Yeah.
Some of you don't know me at all.
Happy
and that's
December.
cool. Yeah, happy December.
Today.
I've been away for a couple weeks.
You have been.
On the West Coast, making
You were making porn.
and making
I guess
money.
That's like what you're known for.
It's something I do.
I was wondering if how small your hands were.
Oh, were you?
We can get into that and more on today's episode.
We have a special guest.
We have a special guest today. Yeah, we have a special guest today. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Now I
Wait.
Yeah, no,
Introduce
fine.
yourself.
Should I do it?
Yeah, do it.
Do it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm Jenna Starr.
Yeah, Jenna Starr. Woo!
Hold on. Let's do that one more time.
Okay.
Why don't you introduce yourself?
Jenna Starr.
Yes!
Woo! Okay.
Okay, that felt
good.
better.
That's good.
Jenna Starr.
Welcome, Jenna. I met Jenna a few weeks ago at Exotica in DC.
Like, where was that?
Yeah, she came up to me and she said hello, and yeah, I was like, oh, she has a nice butt.
Aw.
You know.
Now you are world famous. You've been on some of the covers and sort of graced the images of some really iconic, Playboy, FHM, Maxim, I think also.
You know what? You read my mind.
Your mind
next
or your
move.
bio. It's your next move.
And I feel like I've seen your image on so many of these iconic sort of brands, in Brazzers, but the real question is, are you a big holidays person? Because it is the holidays. Right? Oh, she said, "Oh God." So I think maybe that's already.
People are really one way or the other on holidays. Do you like
every
the holidays
year
or
it's
do you hate them?
gotten better and better, but I didn't get to celebrate the holidays as a kid.
Okay.
Wait, why not?
Apostolic Pentecostal.
I'm the son of a Baptist preacher. So
Wait, but wouldn't that mean you celebrate them more?
Well, yeah,
Sorry,
okay.
what, can you repeat that? Pentecostal?
I know.
apostolic.
Apostolic Pentecostal.
What does
That's
that?
Christian based,
It's
right?
like-
Or
What does
loosely?
that mean? Yeah, like what?
It's very, very they have a lot of standards.
Right. And it's pretty old fashioned.
Yeah.
What's the main What's the difference? But you still Jesus. It's still a Jesus.
Okay, we're
right?
talking,
Okay, you worship Jesus, right?
Yeah,
Yes?
but super religious and standard based, sleeves to the elbows. I mean, the elbows, the wrists or the elbows. I mean, it depended on what year it was. They kind of loosened up a little bit on that. Skirts to the ankles.
Did you grow up wearing long skirts and long
Yes.
sleeves? I didn't know there was a sect of. Wait,
Where
is
in the
is it
country
a,
was this?
I'm asking, is it a sect of Catholicism or Christianity, which you have taught me are in fact two different things?
Christianity.
Yeah.
It's Christianity.
It's
okay.
extreme.
I did not know there was a sect of Christianity where you had to wear,
Oh yeah.
because religious Jews have to wear long skirts,
Yeah.
and when I went to a religious Jewish school growing up, I had to wear long skirts and shirts past my elbows and stuff like that. I did not know that there was a sect of
24/7. You couldn't hang out with people outside of it. No sex before you're married. Just you can't even do a shiny nail polish.
a shiny nail polish.
No makeup. You
Wait.
can't cut your hair.
Wait, do you? This is crazy. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was such a what kind of church would you go to?
I mean,
I guess it's a Pentecostal church.
Yeah,
Sorry if that's a dumb
yeah.
question. I just don't know
it's
anything
not.
about it.
It's not because it's different. Very different.
Would a regular church be too lax
Oh,
for
yeah.
your parents?
Oh,
They're
no,
okay,
no. Yeah.
heathens over there
Yep.
in their regular church with
Yep.
their tank. Can you wear?
Yeah.
You could, sorry if this is a dumb question. I've never actually been to church other than when I as a tourist.
Mm-hmm.
Can you wear Like tank tops and shorts and stuff in a church? No, in a regular church.
Well, it's not regular. It just depends on which church.
How
and
far
also,
it's going.
it also depends on where you are in the country because different regions have, like I grew up in San Diego in Southern California and it's really relaxed.
It's more relaxed.
So you can wear shorts to church.
You can wear like
and it's like
board
not a
shorts.
big deal. I mean, you know, they're, you know, they ask that you maybe dry off before you fucking walk in out of the ocean, but like you can wear shorts, you can wear like a t-shirt. It's not really a huge deal, but I feel like in different areas of the country, it's different rules and also different types of Christianity. I was at a California Baptist church, which was very conservative and old school in like what they were preaching, but the clothes and what you wore, they didn't really care too much about. It wasn't a big deal. But you had a whole different game. Yeah.
Yeah. It was, I think my mom was like 9 months old when she got saved.
Okay. So is it like a lot of born agains? Or no, I'm saying the wrong thing.
Yeah, you got to get born again.
You got to get born again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Holy Ghost.
Okay, because that's
Holy Rollers.
Okay.
UPC was like what you would call
it's almost.
And then you did have your different like regions that were kind of a little bit different because you had your Sacramento church. So
where are you from? What area of the
Sacramento?
Oh,
yeah.
Sacramento.
Yeah.
So
they had two churches very close to each other in Sacramento. And they would just be like, one was cooler than the other. One was a bit more stricter.
One was like the party church where the kids like kind of partied and snuck around a little more.
And that was the other one.
Yeah,
even though they were more holier than we are.
Right,
you know, they had it more going on. You know,
church drama. There's been so many people on this show, including you, that grew up like religious,
because we're awesome,
Catholic or Christian, which is so hilarious. And I grew up, religious Jewish, so it is funny that we all wound up here. So you grew up in the lovely city of Sacramento.
Were you
in church.
like a good kid in church or a bad kid in church?
I was actually a really good kid.
Okay, so was I.
It came off. I really came off like as a bad kid because for my age, I'm high functioning autistic. So I went to the church that we had, the school. So it was more of like I was getting an attitude with somebody. I was talking back,
asking questions,
running around. I was a tomboy, so I'm out there, whipping.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 34.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm almost 43, but I know
41. So
yeah. So
yeah.
Okay, we're in the.
They just didn't know what was going on.
No, like autism was very not.
It wasn't
autism, ADD. They were just like, oh, you kids are all fucked up. Like, just figure out how to be normal.
You don't want to do it.
Yeah.
You're lazy.
Right.
You're just bad.
It wasn't acknowledged as a real like mental health issue back then, and everybody was just like, just figure it out. Just be normal. Why can't you be like everybody else?
Yeah.
And it was traumatic.
Show your work.
Do you feel like growing up in that environment, it shaped like your sexuality as you got older because of the bizarre sort of structure of it?
Unfortunately, like I never really seen my mom flirt with anyone, and my perception of how women were supposed to be was very like different, and it was like I wasn't exposed to really anything sexual. If you had a boyfriend, you couldn't be alone with them. You had to have a chaperone, but you had to be older though to have a boyfriend.
Did you ever? Okay, so I had a lot of these similar rules growing up. This is so fun to relive memory lane. So the rule when I was in high school was I could have a girl over if my parents were home and there was always a door open. No, like we're never allowed to be in a room with like a door closed. So that way, like we couldn't, I don't know, fool around or whatever.
That's pretty normal. That's pretty normal for high school. I think. I feel like my parents kind of, sort of did the same thing. I just like didn't have a lot of boys over anyway. So.
Well, I didn't. It wasn't like I had a lot either.
Yeah.
I think I got one to come over,
but there was just no boys.
We didn't have anybody over, but it was like, well, couldn't go to the movies because that was
too much
against the religion, you know. But it's like, oh yeah, let's all go eat. It was always eating. That's what everybody did. They just ate and ate and ate.
Because that was allowed.
And that was
allowed. You're allowed to eat.
Well, and then that became a problem.
Okay. So you grew up in Sacramento, religious, very religious.
Yeah.
And so then what? How do we get there? And now you're Would you consider yourself religious now?
No.
Okay, so
Like,
when did the change happen?
Well, the religious part of it, I left home when I was 16.
Okay, what
And then
made
I
you
was-
want to leave if you don't want to get into it?
I had a really rough home life.
Okay.
And I was being abused in many ways and stuff. And
It's crazy how like these
love
religious,
my mom to death. My mom, I love my mom to death.
Okay.
You know, she always meant well, but she stayed and stayed and stayed,
I
and
understand.
you know, and I had to make my own choice to leave. So
Yeah.
that's how I ended up out. I just left.
You left.
Yeah.
Where'd you go? To
I was in my
Vegas?
car for a while.
Wow.
No. Well, because I grew up in California, so I was. I lived in so many different cities.
Just kind of bopped around.
I ended
for a
up in
while.
Stockton. They had a more lenient church.
Wow.
Stockton, California. My sister had gotten
You're like, I hear
married.
there's a church where you could wear short sleeves. I'm going there.
Yes. Yeah. And I'm thinking like,
Wow.
you know, like I just kind of be nice to go to somewhere different. People don't really know me. But word went through the grapevine that because I had left home and I wasn't telling people why and I wasn't talking about it, people just thought I was a bad kid.
So you dropped out of school, I'm guessing, when you
Okay.
left home?
Well, I graduated early. My mom, you know, helped me
Helped you do
graduate
that. Okay.
early. I graduated at the same time. I think once I had finally gotten my diploma or whatever, I just was like,
I'm
okay.
out.
Okay. So you graduated early and then you left to go to the
Yeah,
The
it
more
was
laid
totally
back
rigged.
church.
I
Okay.
mean, it was totally rigged because I couldn't
Okay.
get through school, so it was completely rigged.
Right.
well, your mom helped.
She did.
She did, you know,
And I
she did what
appreciate
she
that. She
could
was
in a
like,
messed
she-
up situation.
She
you
was
know?
like, she's not going to be able to get through. We're just gonna push her.
Yeah, just get her through this as quickly
Yeah.
as possible.
Yeah, nobody ever thought I would be the breadwinner of the family at
Wow.
that time. so-
And it's pretty funny how that works out, you know. So you left, you went, and then how did you wind up getting into
The
I
sexy
don't
side
know,
of things. Yeah.
sex
Oh, that was
work?
way later.
Way
in
later?
life.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I should hope so.
So if
since,
you-
since we're now talking about you being 16, like if that's, we're not.
Well, what I did my first scenes for Brazzers at 32.
Right.
So, and then I was doing my OnlyFans a couple of years before that.
Yeah.
What
Did you have
led-
normal
what led
jobs
you-
before?
Yeah, what led you into
Yeah.
that in between then? From you're 16 now, I'm gone. I'm gone from home. We're not really all about this church life. We're exploring the world.
Go from
in
strict
ourselves.
church to
Yeah.
slightly
It was
less
hard.
strict church.
It was rough.
I can't. I was, especially when we grew up, and I know you're a little bit younger than me, but like we didn't have everything at our fingertips the way young people do now. We didn't know shit. When I was 16, I did not. We didn't have
Right.
like cell phones to just look up anything. You know,
Nothing.
like you just had to like bring a map and figure shit out. You know, like but that's a brave
Yeah.
thing to do. We didn't know shit.
Well, yeah, I got thrown into like it kind of felt like the lion's den, you
Yeah.
know. And I try to go to this other church, but because they had this, well, you know, she just left home. They thought I got kicked out. So these people like basically rejected me.
Right, the
and
place
kicked
that's
me out of
supposed
the
to
youth
accept
group.
everyone.
And but what was funny was I had started partying because of the kids that were in the youth group.
Oh yeah.
Right.
But I had the car because remember that was what I had
Right.
left with.
Yeah.
So I was driving until all the the parties and stuff. So that's where things had really changed, and that was very hard for me. Just going straight from this completely sheltered, like Christian whole life, and then going that into the real world, and then
To the party church.
having sex with people, and it was just so much of a learning experience. So I feel like I'm very immature. I was very immature in a lot of areas, and probably still behind, but then I was a school teacher before
No,
for
really?
a while. And then after I realized I wasn't going to get paid that much, and then I had my own kids, I was like, okay, I can't do kids all day. And then I just wanted to put all my energy into my kids.
What age did you become a school teacher?
So I had started as an elective at 13.
What?
Yeah. They offered the elective because they really wanted to promote like people within being teachers.
Okay, and then you like kind of got a teaching certificate somewhere.
Yeah, I went to
I don't
school. I had got all the credits for it and stuff,
Okay.
like college and all that. And then I just was like, yeah, no.
Right.
Like, mm-mm.
Yeah.
Then I went into the beauty industry. Well, I tried to do the medical field, and then I was like, you can't even look when there's a crash on the side of the road. I finished schooling. I did EMT schooling. I got
You
like
did.
86%, and then I was in it. Yeah, and then I went to the ER, and I was like, there was some horrible smell. I was pregnant with my daughter, and I was like, oh my, what are you doing? So that just ended very quickly. Then I got in, you know, I was already into like beauty things and stuff, like hair and all of that. So went to beauty school. I was in the beauty industry for 11 years total before I did the transition completely into what I'm doing now. And I had the last 5 years, I owned my own business. I moved from the Bay Area. I worked for Benefit Cosmetics, became a brow specialist, and then started doing microblading when I moved to Austin area.
Okay.
Had that business for 5 years. Then COVID hit, but I had already started working on my OnlyFans during that time. I like towards the end, right before COVID.
Yeah.
Then when COVID hit, it was just kind of like I lost my business overnight.
So let's just do this full force, right?
Yeah. Like,
I guess we're
like all roads are leading to here.
yeah.
Do you feel now that you've done so many different sort of things, you know, work-wise in life, is this it? Is this like where you belong?
Yeah. So, I mean, I've done anything from cleaning houses, scrubbing toilets, working at like little restaurant type places, being a teacher. I mean, I've had so many different types of jobs. And then it was like, oh, be a business owner. It was the dream. And then I think it was just really eye-opening when COVID hit and it knocked at, like I started from that business from scratch. And I worked so hard in the beauty industry, like being a regular person. I put so much into creating it. And then when it got knocked down overnight, I was just like,
what was all this for?
like, okay. So that was out of my hands.
And now what?
And then this was already calling my name. It was just constantly being solicited by men and just, you know, being sexualized like my whole life and stuff. It was just like, I think you should be doing something about this.
Right. Yeah. And you know, there's I think there's something that we can all agree on as people. All of us worked regular jobs in the real world before we got into, you know, porn or this stuff. So we can kind of like look back and be like, well, even on like a day that maybe like I get up, you know, I don't like every single day. It's not like I'm doing like jumping jacks and it's like I'm the happiest I've ever been to like, you know, like shoot a porn or do an OnlyFans thing. But I'm like, you know what? I'd still rather be doing this than like being a janitor or fucking, you know, working at a bar where everyone's screaming at me.
There's definitely... sorry.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm super thankful for my regular past life.
Yeah.
Especially in the more that as time goes on in this, I'm so thankful. I mean, it was great to have all that experience, and I feel like it made me come in as like getting all this money as like a super like confident businesswoman, you know, like I would not as distracted maybe I would have been when I was younger.
Right.
But I also think something that's very, very important is that I'm confident in knowing that if I don't have a relationship, it's not me. It's not what I'm doing. Like I feel like people tend to think that we all just kind of like, oh, well, if you're doing this, so that's probably why you're single. Like, you know, people will say that.
Oh, right.
You're single because
of this.
Because you're a whore.
Yeah,
Right.
you have
You're
issues.
right.
Oh, well, you're going through. Well, look what you're doing.
Right. Who could be with someone like that? And it's like,
Exactly.
no, men were pieces of shit when I was a hairdresser.
Exactly.
Or when I was a school teacher.
owning a business.
When I did normal shit. No, I get it. I totally get it. Yes, exactly. And you're like, no.
Like,
You're like, if anything, me being a whore has made much people nicer to me.
things a lot better. You know, it makes me happy in life.
Yeah.
I'm getting something out of it.
I think there's a distinct difference, you know, because we've had so many different people on this show and I know so many different people in the industry. And it used to be unheard of to enter the industry at age 30, you know, at age 35 even. And now there's so many people who have, and there's just a distinct difference between the people who entered right at 18, 20, and it was the first kind of career they had, and the people who entered later on in life after having several other jobs. I guess I'm somewhere in the middle. I mean, I had a few regular jobs before. I don't think I didn't have like a real career before. I had jobs, but like I think when you enter in older, it's like you appreciate it more. Yeah, and you like how the shit in the real world and how shitty it can be.
As a single parent for basically the whole time I've been a parent, and not getting child support and doing everything on my own and not having anyone to help. Like, there's times where I had to wait for my food stamps to come in,
We're not
go to
doing
the
that
church.
anymore.
There was a church that had Panera Bread, and it was like, okay, I'm going to go get that, So I am extremely thankful.
That's cool. Do you have, like, I know you said you're not like religious anymore, but do you have any relationships still with like your religious family? Like do you go to church on like Easter and just like hang out and pretend? Like, no, because I don't either.
Are you raising your? I haven't. Do you have one kid or more than one kid?
I have two.
Okay. Are you raising them with any religion at all?
No, because it was so traumatizing for me. I just felt like, hey, when you get older, if you want to do something like that, by all means, go ahead, go do it. But I don't want to. How I go through, like my kids go through what I went through, where I felt like it was just forced on me.
Yeah,
I had no choice.
No, I get it.
So I feel like like a lot of other things, it should be a choice to decide if you want to be a religious person, not just throw it on your kids and force them to.
Completely. No, I think you two would definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, we know that game.
Relate to that.
Yeah.
Not even is there no Christmas tree at home?
So that stuff didn't happen like until way later, when people started kind of being a little bit more like, yeah, you're being too uptight. The world around us is evolving really fast, and we can't even celebrate Christmas. It was more of like we're going to go to church. And we went to church for everything. Yeah. Halloween. Yeah. I never celebrated Halloween as a child.
You'd have the church like festival.
I was robbed.
You were robbed. I get it.
We would have like a fall festival that was like total bullshit.
Yeah, we did it later where it was like everybody would show up in their like, what would it be called? Their Bible costumes?
Right.
Oh my God.
Biblical cosplay. I'm Moses. Woo!
Yeah,
like,
but
okay.
you were in the holy area, even though it just didn't make any sense. But
or what I used to have to do a lot, because my dad was a pastor. Holidays were always, I'd be like feeding the homeless, or I'd be out. Which actually is nice. That's not like a bad thing at all. Well, but a lot of like my Thanksgivings, my Christmases were spent doing sort of like volunteer work, which is actually one of the few things that I look back on and I was like, you know what, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was just living in church 7 nights a week for every reason, for no, you know, like it just, I never left. I probably spent more time there than I did in my own fucking bedroom.
I have said this definitely to you before, and I can't remember if I've said it on the podcast before. It just always amazed me, hearing about your family, and I'm not sure if it was the same with you. Like your family would teach you to do so much for homeless people, for addicts, for, doing a lot of outreach. But then when it came time to support their own children, they wouldn't do it. It's like they had no problem kicking 100%. You, telling you to go fuck yourself when like they just heard that I did porn. You didn't even do porn yet. They, and they had no problem abandoning their own child. There's nothing in the religion against that. But you would go out of your way for like a crackhead, and make sure that they're like, they have a place to sleep and food to eat. So it's like, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't help the crackhead, but it's like, but it doesn't make any sense. You have
inside and it works
like you have a sympathy for all people, but you're not going to carry that sympathy to your own child. It just, it's like, it's a major gaslighting in some way, right?
Well,
it's like, I'm a caring person. Look, I did this. I'm a caring person. But what good does being a caring person do if you're not caring for your own child? It's like you have forgiveness for someone who...
I mean, there's a lot of hypocrisy
it doesn't make any sense.
Christianity. So like it just sort of... And as I got older and I saw more and more of it, I became more removed. And then by the time I was 18 and I graduated high school, I think literally like 3 weeks after I graduated, I was like, I'm out. Have a good one, guys. Like, good luck.
Did you stay in touch with your mother as time went on?
So I never really had a relationship with my dad.
Okay.
And he was more of like your like Southern like Bible Belt type person. He really didn't believe in God or any type of religion, but he had very high standards.
Mm-hmm.
You had a very unique upbringing with religion. It's like there are many layers of
yeah. He would say he didn't believe in going to church and God. Yeah, but yet it was like he was very uptight about so many things. I just wasn't. I think he didn't want to have kids, especially me. So I was like, he went and got fixed after me. So it was really is what it is. He just didn't want anything to do with it. That's my dad.
He didn't want to have kids.
He didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, but
that is like such a fucked up thing.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't have known that information. You know what I mean? That's maybe something you learn way later in life and you joke about or something, but you should not have known that as a kid.
Yeah.
He didn't want. That's terrible.
It's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Truly.
Yeah.
But my mom, on the other hand, I've consistently kept a relationship with my mom. And for her, it's been like a work in progress through these years. Because I understand what happened. My mom and my dad got a divorce. They were high school sweethearts. Right. They were together at 14, 15, and they divorced like 30 or something like that, whatever. I get it. Like, my mom only knew my dad, really. Yeah. And so when they got a divorce, it was like that same type of like, what do I do? So then she felt guilty going out and being a single woman. Then she had met some people at work that ended up getting saved again because they had backslid.
Right, yeah.
They got saved again, and then they invited my mom to church.
It's where she felt comfortable.
It was a safety net.
It's a safe, yeah.
She had good intentions, just unfortunately,
that's where she
belonged. The brainwashing of the church.
It's really hard to unlearn that stuff. I mean, I'm still actively sort of like undoing a lot of things that were done.
Yeah.
And, like, it's like, I'm very proud of myself. I think I've come a long way, but by no means am I like perfect or there yet. I don't think
we'll ever will be.
No,
it's
I don't think you just keep working at it and keep trying to like get a little bit better and a little bit better.
This is so fascinating because the world really thinks porn is what gives people so much trauma, but like the church,
it's religion.
It's the church.
Yeah, and then they think that I'm like this heathen and I'm lost, and people feel sorry for me.
You're like, no, actually, I was lost, but now I'm found.
Like, oh my God, you must be. And I'm like, I was single before I started doing this.
Also, being single doesn't mean being lost.
I know,
which is such a batshit crazy way to think.
That's how people.
I know so many people who are married with children, that live in the suburbs, and don't do porn at all. And they're very lost.
Yes.
And they're religious.
All they do is fight.
They fight.
Cheat on each other.
There's financial issues. They cheat on each other. I'm not saying that's every single couple in the world, but it is so fucked up to just like
to assume,
to pigeonhole, or to assume, or like be like, or to hear your story and be like, you know what, the porn is what's giving you trauma. The porn that it's the porn. Like, I know,
I've had regular jobs. Like, they all got trauma. Every job has a trauma.
Yeah, Aaron has been through. We obviously like as we. There's so much trauma left over from the church,
Yeah.
That's plenty for but
not trauma left over. The porn trauma is more like bad days at work. Anyway,
let's lighten this a little bit and fast forward this a little bit, because now we're all here. We're happy. We're fucking hot. We're successful.
Right. So
let's all three way. Let's do this like yes.
Right. So right now you're. You did OnlyFans. It seems like you've done a bunch of like big time magazines.
A couple,
the Brazzers stuff. What did you shoot for Brazzers?
I mean, I think I've shot in quite
a couple of things, right?
Do you do boy, girl, and girl? Do you do it all? Anal, anal?
Maybe I'll get booked with you at some point. I just came off of like a 2-week shoot tour for them.
Do you mostly work for yourself, for studios, a mix of everything?
It's a mix of everything.
You're just like you're working.
Most of the time, yeah, it's whatever I'm doing on my own, but I probably shoot like 3 to 5 scenes a month.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
That's a
And
good
then-
amount, and then you shoot stuff for yourself.
Yeah, and the rest is everything is for my OnlyFans, and then you know.
Okay, so now you actually have real teacher experience. Does that ever like come back to you when you're doing like your OnlyFans customs? Do you ever like go back and think like go back into your real like teacher mode? You have such.
I'm great at femdom.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure you are.
Yeah.
Can you give me some pointers? Because I get a lot of requests for femdom. I mean, you know, I know a fair amount about a femdom, but you know, somebody who has real experience as a teacher, be good to know, because I get a lot of requests to be a teacher in videos. I have actually no experience being a teacher.
I just did one recently, and I was a teacher, and I don't know. It's just funny.
I want to hear about this.
It's just like, well, so look, you know, all the other parents are bringing me things. Why aren't you bringing me a yacht?
This is so funny. like parent-teacher
So-and-so just
conference
paid-
day?
Yeah, so-and-so just paid for my vacation. But, you know, like, what are you going to do for me? You know, it was about, you know, his son was getting bad grades, but his son was getting bad grades because he didn't bring me a gift.
He didn't. Okay. Was there
that is
corruption like
clever.
that in the school? Yeah, I guess teachers.
Yeah, did you ever get a
teachers
yacht
get
in real life?
bribed? So that was someone's
No.
fantasy to be
Yeah, I think it was
his son's teacher
yeah.
that was mad at him for not giving enough money to the PTA or
Yeah.
whatever. That's awesome. Did you have fun with that one?
Yeah, I like doing it. It's fun. It's a very like play thing
Yeah.
for me, you know. I wouldn't want to be femdom, you know, in my relationship, but I think it's fun.
It's fun
just
to do with the
act out.
fans. Yeah, because you get to
Yeah.
really go crazy
Yeah.
with the scenario. And I'm sure if you tallied up how much you've made being a fake teacher, it's probably more than what you
real
made
one.
as a real teacher.
Yes.
You could probably make more as a fake teacher in a month than
Yeah.
you made as a real teacher in like 4 years.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I get to be all these like
All these
you
jobs.
know, one day I'm a nurse, one day
Yeah.
I'm a teacher, one day I'm an EMT, and you know, it could be anything.
Yeah.
Has anyone requested any holiday customs from you? Like as I don't know, Santa or the Grinch or something. Joanna was the Grinch once.
I was the
Yeah,
Grinch.
that was cute.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually would love to be the Grinch.
Well, there you go.
I think
Everyone
you'd make
listening. Yeah.
You'd make a cute
You'd
Grinch.
make a very cute Grinch,
You would make
yeah.
a cute Grinch.
I felt like the Grinch for many years, but
I guess you were the
didn't
Grinch
know how to
for-
enjoy it.
You
You
didn't know, but you do now, right?
Do you celebrate
Yeah,
much?
way
Like, do you
better.
put up like a tree? Or do
Oh,
you,
yeah, I
okay.
got the Christmas tree
So
up.
we have fun with it now.
Yeah, my daughter's great at that.
Okay.
You know, she helps
Oh,
me
she
like
decorated
remind
the
me of,
house.
you know, like, oh, let's do this.
She's
let's do
bringing
that.
happiness
Yeah,
to something
Yeah.
that's religious.
yeah.
I love it. So do you do, you said you do femdom. So here on the show, I like to sometimes show people some penises that I get sent on my OnlyFans. Sometimes, I'm sure you do small penis humiliations
Yeah, or
and those.
assholes. Yeah.
Wait, assholes?
Ooh. We
People
should-
have you rate their assholes?
Yeah, I mean, you know,
they send you their buttholes?
like,
I should
look at my
start asking for
asshole. What do you think
buttholes.
about it?
Oh, Brian is saying no. I'm gonna start asking for buttholes. He's like, I quit.
Please don't.
I quit. I quit.
the inbox.
Everybody,
Yes,
send us
us
your
your
buttholes.
buttholes.
Man.
Brian's leaving. He's
I have
walking
final
out.
edit. This
I
is
tr-
never making it to air.
So today, though, we don't have a butthole. Today we have a probably a very
Yeah.
not good dick. Are you down to like roast it a little bit with us?
Or
and kind of
just
talk-
give your honest,
talk some shit.
input. Give
I
us
mean,
your
if
honest
people want the
input.
truth,
Yeah.
Yeah, they just
I'll
want the
do it.
truth. Yeah,
we
let's see.
want the truth, and it's usually talking
This
shit.
is actually
that actually was the hardest. SPH was the hardest thing for me to. I didn't want to be mean to people.
I know. And sometimes guys will ask for an SPH and their dicks are okay, and then other people don't want an SPH and their dicks are. Not
Or they
great.
wanted it, and I can like I just did a video call with a guy and he was genuinely humiliated, and I was like, I felt horrible. I was
I'm
like,
so
well, that's
sorry.
what you wanted.
Yeah, no, you can't break character. You just have to be like, good.
So on this
I
show,
get it.
you have full
It's a-
consent to do
Yeah.
and say whatever you want to
The struggle
to the penis.
The
Let's
struggle
see
of
it.
being a nice person, and also,
Oh,
isn't he so cute?
All right.
Oh.
First impressions.
Hey, wait, Brian,
I thought
can you
it was
just
like
crop
a
it?
sock.
You thought it was what?
A sock.
It does look like there's like an ankle sock.
I know,
like the
and isn't it-
smallest sock.
Didn't he gave another picture too? Didn't he?
Hold on,
yeah, the
hold
other
on,
one's
hold
good too.
on.
Wait,
What-
he gave you like to scale like a size. You know,
What is next to it?
Yeah, I was just looking at that.
It's a matchbox.
It's a matchbox. No, it's a Zippo.
It's a matchbox.
It's a matchbox. So he wanted to just show you the size of it. He wanted to make sure that we knew how teeny tiny it was. And then what's the other one? We gave 2 pictures of this
I
one,
understand. You need to give me 1 second. I will get it out for you.
Right? We're so excited.
So,
Well, they
hold on,
they
though.
go together. It's like
What
a
do you-
roll.
Jenna, what do you think the matchbox?
Oh my God.
Oh, now we have tweezers. No,
Now we have tweezers where he
So
just
is he into hurting himself?
where he just I think he just wanted to show. I mean, I know sometimes I think he's got to like jerk off with tweezers because his penis is so.
Yeah.
he should have
It's
stuck
so
with the
little.
matchbox.
I mean, it must be a really depressing sexual life.
I mean, that is
imagine just being
Like-
really horny.
like I can't.
and you just want to.
Like the whole
you
penis
can't.
is just
You
the
just
head of
can't.
the
You're never going
penis,
to.
right? Like, does this picture make you just like so grateful, like, for your penis?
Yes, it does. I am.
I mean, you see a lot of penises. Where is this?
You know what? I need
mean,
to
this is-
address the other thing in the room right here, which is his nasty thumbnail with like the cuticle dirt hanging out, and it also his dick and his thumb look like the same thing.
Yeah.
They look like dirty thumbs.
That's actually very
And
true. I
it's-
thought there was hair
it's-
coming out of the tip.
It's quite
then-
unsettling.
I
Couldn't
you know,
tell
there might.
if it's like I guess it's the counter.
Yeah, is this a counter? Is it a blanket? Is it a pillow? Is it a
no, it's
a chopping block?
It might be a cutting board.
It might be a
kitchen cutting
like we're
board.
just about to chop off his
well, I
little-
mean, if I had a dick like that, I'd fucking cut it off too.
yeah,
On
it
the
might be. It
cutting
might be
board.
better
I mean,
if he
it's
cut
useless.
it off. It's really
Useless,
useless. Like
yeah.
it's the entire penis is the head of the penis. Like there's no
I wonder
penis.
what causes that? Like
Yeah.
what happened, at some point in the gene pool that was like out of the selection,
right?
it was like you're gonna get this little tiny penis.
Something went horribly wrong along the way.
That must be bad karma.
Have you
know,
ever
right?
seen?
Something in his
Have you ever seen a penis this small?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you put a?
Do you
condom
even
on it?
pretend like, oh, it's not that bad?
I used
Like,
to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Good
then until
answer.
I had to be doing the small penis humiliation, and then when I was trying to just,
You're like, I don't
I
have
could
to-
tell the guys are like, I could tell you're being nice. No, don't do that. Tell
me
me
with
the
the truth.
truth. Like, yeah. And then he would send me like a video of a girl that was humiliating him, and then I'm like,
You're like,
okay,
oh, you want me to be mean?
okay. That's probably one of the only things to this day I do not understand the psychology behind.
Yeah.
Some people want to be. Yeah, I get it.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't like. I'm not hating on their.
Right.
Well, I think
just
it's
don't
like
understand.
Typically, it's like people who are really powerful in life. Like it's exciting for them to get,
Humiliated.
yelled at.
Like you're just
Humiliated.
really just a piece of shit. Oh God, I love it. Oh, give me one. I'll do
Yeah,
it.
I mean, whatever.
See, I'm the opposite.
you know?
I'll just like pay you to be like you're a nice guy. You're a good dude. like just like give me some like
Are you
nice
paying
compliment.
people to tell you? you're
I
nice?
like
No.
positive. I do not like being humiliated. So I'm the opposite. If it's anything degrading, humiliating, or feels anything that my brain relates to as abuse,
Yeah.
I just like, I'm like, no, I can't do
yeah.
this. But yeah, so then I guess it's hard for me to wrap my brain around it. I just figured they don't have anything else to do, I guess.
I don't know.
Who knows what goes on inside the mind of a man with a
With a teeny
1
bitty-
inch dick.
But hey, at least he's got a teeny little penis, and he knows it's teeny, and he
Yeah.
just wants us to remind him that it's
Yeah.
it's terrible and
It's so
it's pathetic, and there's no way it could please like anyone.
It's so much
ever.
better than the guy who isn't cool about it, right? And
Yeah.
then he just treats women like
Exactly. It's like he
horrible.
came to peace with his tiny penis.
yeah.
Yeah. But that one was particularly tiny. But it was nice that he showed us a comparison. I liked seeing it next to the matchbox and the little tweezers.
Oh yeah.
I want to see him jerk off with the tweezers, like me, 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 me.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what, that would,
I mean, that has to
do you think-
hurt.
It has to hurt, right? Maybe the pain is
part
exciting.
of it.
Yeah,
That's a
because
thing.
he's not going to be able to feel like a pussy, really. So maybe he has to give like some feeling on his. I don't know. I don't know.
I have a guy that like pays me to take my heels and put it into his chest.
Yeah.
So
Ooh.
it's like a
Did you ever think you accidentally go too far? You could kill him.
no.
Jesus.
Here I am. I'm a big switch. Between like submissive and dom, and so I'm like looking at him like, and then he's like
harder.
I'm reading him, and then when
Right.
he's like, oh, okay, I'll break, and then I pull my heel off, and
That's hot.
yeah.
That's hot. The pressure and just the.
I'm watching his penis grow
As you
I'm
dig the heel in his
and
chest.
I feel like I'm in almost like a science project. It's kind of cool.
See,
Like a
I think
discovery.
it's
That is
hot.
cool.
I like thinking about this happening and like watching it, but I don't want to be the
yeah.
guy getting like stabbed with the heel.
But oddly, it's like turning me on.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
that's exciting.
Yeah, then he doesn't
That is
want
exciting.
no
Like a
sex.
big stiletto heel.
Yeah, no sex.
No, so it just turns him on. Did you see him actually come from the heel in his chest?
So
You're like, let's
fine.
Aaron,
So
Aaron,
I
can
feel
you
like it's
lay
kind of
down?
a part of the play where finally I kind of brush it, and when I brush it, it's like he's about to come when I brush it.
So he's already like almost.
So I think
there,
he's,
right?
he comes maybe very quickly. So this is his way of enjoying it.
Okay.
So I brush it, and it's like, oh my god, no, don't do that. I'm like, oh, okay, and I'm just getting enjoyment out of like,
Right. Yeah. So now you can tease him. That's
so then I
fun.
just do it, and then I go back and forth between like teasing him with it, and then finally I just go like that, and then just make him come.
Oh,
That's
hot.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And it's like and then I'm just like, ah.
He has a great time with it. He has
I
a
love
great
it.
time with
Yeah, and he's really sweet, so
That's
sweet,
cool.
and I didn't have the shoes with me because I don't really wear high heels anymore. He went and bought me the shoes.
That's
he brought me
great.
a gift card when he came. He just actually messaged me today and asked me what was on my Christmas wish list.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's,
All right.
you know what?
I
Keep
love it.
stepping. Keep stepping
mean,
on him.
stepping.
and how
Keep
much better is
stepping.
this arrangement than some of the arrangements that I'm sure you've had before sex work? This sounds like a great relationship. You step on his chest, he gives you gifts, he asks you how you're doing, he buys you shoes.
Yeah.
You're smiling when you talk about him.
Right.
You make him come. He gets erections. You're giggling, thinking about him. I mean, this is great. It's like you didn't have that look on your face when you were talking about,
Or when you're just so like drained or upset from
Right.
dealing with somebody's bullshit.
No, I totally understand. I get it. And a lot of people outside the industry just don't get it. A lot of people don't understand that this kind of work can actually make you feel empowered as a
Yeah.
woman and
And it can be fun.
Yeah.
and can make you find yourself and can actually teach you to not put up with bullshit, as
Right.
opposed to, And some people, it doesn't fit the dialogue they have in their head or the story they want to hear, so they just don't want to hear it.
I feel like they because they are just so far outside of it and
Yeah.
like anything, they don't know anything, that I feel like it's just they don't understand. They can't comprehend because they haven't experienced it. They haven't gone through it, or they don't know anybody who has, and it hasn't been a big culture everywhere. So I feel like they just don't get it. But I feel like if a lot of people ended up crossing
Little
over
by
or
little.
whatever,
Little by little.
yeah, we do have more people, we have more couples that are, more open. I feel like, maybe the more mature generation, they're starting to like kind of step out and stuff. And that's fun. I love being the third wheel.
Well, and we have shows like this, Just the Tips, where hopefully for everyone listening out there, you not only have fun listening to us, tell our stories, but you learn a little
you're
bit.
a person.
Yeah, you learn a little bit about the people behind the personas.
I'm a real
girl.
and you see how special and unique this world can be with all of us. Jenna, it's been great getting to know you.
It has been really great. I would like to
thanks
get
for
to know
having
you
We
more.
could talk to you
Yeah.
all day long, but unfortunately,
Just a nice.
we can't.
She taught us.
Yes,
You're our
yeah.
teacher.
And I feel like we have a special bond with the growing up in the church shit,
Yeah.
which I would love to
That's
talk to you more
fascinating.
about.
It's always like I can't do it that well. Hold on, like the.
Yeah. So we usually end the show with a haiku.
Oh my God, a haiku. God,
So
you know what? I didn't do a
basically-
haiku the last
Sounds
like
familiar,
2
but I can't
episodes.
remember.
Without-
No, that's not true.
Oh, that's not true. I
No,
did one. I
no.
did one with Adriana. Did I do one
and you
last
did one
week?
with Jorge.
Okay, so we're good.
I did, yeah.
Okay, so for those of you who
I'm
may or
an
may
idiot.
not know, a haiku is loosely a poem
You should know you're a teacher.
with 3 lines.
5. 5, 7, 5.
3 lines.
Okay, yes.
Woman, let me speak. No, so it's a 3-line poem. First line is 5 syllables. Second line is 7 syllables. Third line is 5 syllables. We're each going to take a line. It doesn't have to rhyme. It doesn't have to matter. I'll start. You go second, and then you'll close it
Okay.
out. So you need to come up with a 5-syllable line about the
So I
show.
gotta be a rapper now.
Oh, a poet. A poet.
A
I mean, you could also
Sorry.
combine.
But you could rap it.
So hold on.
Boom. I don't know. I don't know.
I'll do it in post. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to start.
Okay.
Church kids are good sluts.
Oh.
5 syllables. Church kids are good sluts.
I don't know if you should put kids and sluts.
All right, you're right.
Same.
Fine.
sorry.
We live in a
Objection, Your
very
Honor.
careful world here. Church No. Oh, you
People.
fucking
Church girls?
That's hot.
Folk.
Church folk. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Church folk. Fine. Church folk are good sluts. Done.
There you go.
Done.
I want you to teach me. Church folk are good sluts. I want you to teach me math.
No, that's 6.
Oh my God.
That's 6.
No, it's 7.
I
I
learned
want
math,
you
too.
to teach me math.
Oh, I guess that is
I
7.
want you to teach me math.
Okay, teach
I
your
don't know.
thing.
Math
Okay.
just came to me. I think
Okay.
she'd be a good. You'd be a good math teacher.
It's your line. You're allowed
Yeah.
to. So so church
Fucking
folk.
nailed it.
Church folk are good sluts. I want you to teach me math. 5 syllables of
It
anything.
could be about anything, really. Anything in your mind. What's the first word that comes to your head?
We can help you.
How about the heel?
Heel. Yeah.
Heel in the chest. Give. Like a heel in the chest.
Okay.
I can't wait
How about-
to put my heels in.
How about this? How about this? Come up with the end of this. Step on me. Give me the last 2. Because that's heel, right?
Yeah.
Like step on me.
Step on me.
How about
How about
well,
come here? Step on me. Yeah.
come here. Let me step on you.
that's too many. How about step on me, Jenna?
Come
No.
here.
No, because it sounds like
I'll
they're
step
true.
on
You're-
you.
it's true.
No.
Oh, how about I'll step on you, bitch?
I'll step on you.
There you go.
Ooh, that's
Oh,
good.
there you go.
Yeah.
I'll step
okay.
on you,
I'll
bitch.
step on you,
okay.
bitch.
All right, we got there. We got there. So to sum it up, church folk are good sluts. What was it? Teach me. Please teach me.
I want you to teach me math. Step on me, bitch.
Done.
Step on me,
That's it.
bitch.
That's it. One day.
Or I'll
One
step
day.
on-
I'll
Many.
step on you, bitch.
That's
Yeah,
what it
that's
is.
it. Yeah.
Of course, I'm not
You got
gonna
to
say it
finalize it.
right.
Which one is it?
Yeah, it's I'll step on you, bitch.
Okay.
I'll step on you,
All right.
bitch. Yeah.
One day,
I'll step on you,
many years from now, we're going to put out like a book of all of these poems, and it's going to
it's
make
gonna
$1 million, and it's going to be great.
Yeah.
But not today. Okay.
Yeah, anyway.
Where can everyone
Thank you so
find-
much. Yeah,
Yes, where can everyone find you online?
So my
Like
Insta,
all
I'm
over
like,
the
think about it, all of them, all
Yeah.
the different accounts. Instagram is MS Jenna Starr with 2 R's. Twitter, which is now X, is Jenna the Star with 2 R's. And then my VIP OnlyFans is Jenna Starr with 2 R's, XXX. I always have to say the 2 R
Yeah.
part, you
It's
know,
true.
because
no, really nail it home in their
I
brains.
know.
it's just Yeah.
It's so nice to meet you.
Yes.
You are
Nice to meet
lovely.
you too.
It's been a lot of fun having you. Be sure to subscribe to Just the Tips podcast on YouTube, all the platforms, share it with your friends. Please spread the word. It helps us continue to make this.
There's a word tips free trial.
All right. Well, what Joanna's trying to say is you can sign up at gasdigital.com, use promo code TIPS for a 7-day free trial, catch up on all the shows on the network, and show everybody that you love the show.
Wow, spoken like such a professional. Jenna,
that.
thank you for being here. Happy holidays to whatever holiday you do or do not celebrate. Be safe out there. Be good to each other. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.